This Trump-Epstein fallout unfolding right now is not a news cycle. It's playing out like a Netflix drama. I get it, the kind with villains and secrets and mass corruption. But this isn't fiction. These are real lives, real victims, and a real cover-up that has lasted decades. And the world is treating these Epstein files like a meme generator, like gossip or tea, like something cute to joke about while scrolling TikTok. Let me say something clearly. This moment belongs to the victims, not the politicians, not the pundits, not the content creators trying to make viral posts of somebody else's trauma. The victims deserve truth, justice, and dignity. And they deserved it a hell of a lot sooner than 2025. And if you're one of the people posting about this moment at all, the victims must be the center of that post. There is no defending predators, and I'm not saying you are. But also, there is no softening this. There is no ranking trauma by age, the way Megyn Kelly did. There is only right and wrong, period. I'm Christy Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. Welcome to Mindfck Monday, because the news should come with a trigger warning. Just wish the country was ready to face it with us. But before we get into the rest of tonight's breakdown, I want to share something that I've been working on. It's a new series that I'm going to have on my channel on Sassy Politics called Glitched. Is the world glitching, or is it just me? Glitched. Wait, are we glitched? Feels like we're glitching. Glitched. A new Sassy Politics series. With me, Christy Chanelle. This first season of Glitched is going to be solely about Project 2025. Glitched. A new addition to the Sassy Politics lineup. Coming every Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is Project 2025. I printed out all 900 pages so that I could do a deep dive for you. It's a place for me to get out my creative juices. I loved doing true crime and book reviews and stuff like that. I was able to put all the things together in a movie type format, and I needed an outlet. So I love my politics outlet and I love my Mindfck Monday, the headlines that we talk about. But I wanted a series. I wanted to put together a show. This is where we do deep dives on things that make you feel off. When the timeline jumps and the energy shifts and the universe taps you on your shoulder and says, hey, hi, things are fucked up. A fully scripted deep dive into how the system actually works and how it's failing us right now. The pilot episode drops this Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. All right, let's get into the Epstein files. For the first time, we are seeing the internal machinery behind one of the largest trafficking networks in modern history. Not rumors, not gossip, definitely not speculation. Evidence, emails, schedules, requests, transactions, photos, travel logs, communications between Epstein, his enablers, and the powerful men who have moved inside his orbit. This isn't fodder. This is fact. This is a paper trail survivors spent decades begging the world to look at. And now it's finally here. But people are treating it like it's entertainment. Meanwhile, the victims, the actual human beings whose lives were destroyed, are watching this country trivialize the very thing that stole their childhoods. Representative Adelita Grajave was elected in late September and forced to wait over 7 weeks to be sworn in. Why? Because the second she was sworn in, she would become the 218th signature needed to force a vote to release the full Epstein files. And the moment she was sworn in, she did just that. She signed it immediately. Within hours, Trump jumped online and declared, "We're opening investigations into every Democrat named." Shocker. Who's surprised by that? Not me. Here's why that matters.
Once there is an active investigation, names and documents can't legally be released. That's not transparency, that's strategy, and a very smart one, I must say. You don't hide the Epstein files, you freeze them. And then we get to Attorney General Pam Bondi. Earlier this year, she told America she had a truckload of Epstein evidence sitting on her desk, and that victims would finally be heard. Months later, she told the country there was nothing there. Case closed, move along. Then suddenly, the moment the full files were about to be forced open, Bondi announced investigations into prominent Democrats. Not predators, not traffickers, not enablers, fucking Democrats. Because an ongoing investigation means one thing. You don't have to release the names. And just so we're clear, I don't care if it's a Democrat or Republican in those files. They are people that need to be prosecuted. That is it. We aren't talking politics. We're talking children. Remember that. The victims were promised answers and got politics instead. And then there's Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly went on her show and repeated something her friend supposedly said. That there's a difference between a predator targeting an 8-year-old and one targeting a 15-year-old. As if trauma has levels. As if exploitation becomes negotiable at a certain age. As if consent magically appears in a teenager. Let me be extremely clear. There is no difference. There is no acceptable version. There is no less bad form of child abuse. A child is a child. A predator is a predator. And the moment we start ranking harm, we give predators the language they rely on to justify it. Megyn Kelly didn't just miss the mark. She normalized the mindset that helped Epstein operate for decades. This moment isn't about pundits, it's about the victims. Period. I need you to know something. Donald J. Trump is referenced more than 1,000 times in these emails. More than 1,000. There is not an, oh, he barely knew Epstein situation. This was a man who moved inside that world. A man with access. A man with power. A man who spent Thanksgiving 2017 with Epstein while sitting in the Oval Office as our president. Don't let the lies rewrite what really happened. They are lies, and his supporters eat them up like candy. They don't blink, they don't question, they don't even pause. They don't ask how or why. Well, they just say, well, I don't believe it. That's not loyalty. That's indoctrination. Congratulations, you've been indoctrinated. If any other politician, celebrity, or public figure were named over 1,000 times in the files of a global trafficking network, their careers would be over. Their reputations annihilated. Their own supporters would be demanding answers. But with Trump, silence. Deflection. Whereaboutism. Meanwhile, the victims are watching adults twist themselves into knots to defend the man who hurt them. It's not just the corruption. It's not just the cover-ups. It's not even the political maneuvering. It's the indifference for me. It's the reality that nothing, absolutely fucking nothing, seems to break the loyalty of a Trump supporter. Not the emails, not the logs, not the victims, not the evidence. Nothing. And that should terrify every one of us. Because when you can show someone documented abuse, a coordinated network of enablers, an entire system built to exploit children, and their reaction is still, I don't care? I don't believe it? What does that say about the people we're living next to? Who we're standing behind at the grocery store? Who our kids are sitting next to? Who's coaching those kids? Who's teaching them, babysitting them, voting next to them, shaping the world they're going to inherit. That's the part that keeps me up at night. Not the files, not the headlines, but the fact that we are surrounded every fucking day by people who will excuse anything as long as it protects their politics. A country that can't protect its most vulnerable will never protect the rest of us.